You can imagine I get a lot of calls, a lot of contacts about people wondering whether they've got an attachment or not. And nearly every single case is different. It's not obvious with any of these cases. So when someone asks me that question, I ask them to send me an email with attachment so I can look at it. And every single one is slightly different. To give you an idea, someone sent me a message the other day. They thought they had attachment with them. And I have to be careful that my mind doesn't get involved, because the whole point of me doing this is to sense what is taking place, not to jump to conclusions. And I'm sure you can imagine many people in their lives think there's something wrong, and have they got an attachment with them or not? Some have, some haven't. But regularly this takes place. A lady sent me a picture the other day of her situation. And like many people, she'd had a very hard life. And with people like this, sometimes when I'm studying the pictures, what I'm actually seeing is darkness all around them. Now, if you've never had any training before and you sense this, you would immediately think, there's something nasty, something evil with them. But sometimes in these cases, people have been through so much in their lives, they've had so much hardship and negativity that around them, it is normal for them to have this negativity around them. And if they come across a medium like myself, they start to wonder, and you can understand why, that they might have an attachment with them. With this particular case, she did not have an attachment with her at all. There was this negativity which I could sense as darkness around her. So in this particular case, I sent in the love and the light, and I removed that from her. But I can't automatically change someone's life. While I was looking at the picture, I could do that. I can send the love, I can remove the darkness at that point. And I can talk to the person afterwards about what they really need to do with their life, and which would be the best thing for them to do with their lives. But I personally can't do more than that. So this can help them, just someone talking to them and explaining that, yes, you do have this negativity with you, but it's not an attachment. And that can help them a great deal. But you never know, when I get a picture, what it's going to be. And occasionally you get completely the opposite. You can look at a picture of someone, doesn't happen too often, where you look at the picture and you sense nothing. And when I personally, from my point of view, when I sense absolutely nothing, I am aware that something isn't quite right, because I'm always sensing something. So sometimes I come across cases where spirits can actually hide, and they are aware that someone is looking into the situation. They're aware that I'm looking at the picture. So they can be more difficult to solve when there is one there, but it is hiding. You can't sense it at the time. But I'm sure you understand, I also come across people who are convinced they have attachment. You have to be very careful with this thing, because sometimes they do, but they're convinced they've got an attachment, and then everything in their life is blamed. It's attachment. It's not me. It's what's with me. And that's almost a trap if you don't look out. And then there's other people who think they might have, they're not sure, and they really do have an attachment, which can completely change their life once it's removed, which isn't too difficult to do if you're in a trained situation to do that. But with myself, there are mediums all over this country and in other countries who pass cases on to me because they can be quite difficult to solve, but it's something I've been led into doing. Thank you for listening.